If you are interested in starting your own podcast, we use Buzzsprout because it is simple and easy to use. Buzzsprout can get your show listed on every major platform while giving you the resources for a great podcast website, audio players that can drop into other websites, detailed analytics to see how people are listening to your podcast, and tools to promote your episodes. Podcasting isn't hard when you have the right partners, and that is why over 100,000 podcasters are already subscribed to Buzzsprout to get their message out to the world. Following the link in our episode descriptions lets Buzzsprout know that we sent you. So in return, you will receive a $20 Amazon gift card from Buzzsprout while signing up for a paid plan. Most importantly, every subscription through our link is always appreciated and helps support our show so we can continue delivering the quality content that you guys listen to. That being said, back to the show.
Hello and welcome to Comic Book Junkies. I'm Andrew,
This is Joe.
and Happy New Year. This is our first episode of the new year. The scheduling is
Yes, it is.
something else. Who
I think so.
cares? Either
Who
way,
cares?
welcome. So, the episode before this, we go over our 2024 year in review. I guess that's a little bit why I'm getting confused, just release dates and whatnot. But I noticed in years past, we typically like to do our goals along with our year in review. But this time, we're just going to bring you our goals. What they are, I'm sure it'll change throughout the year. I actually didn't have time to go back and check upon what my goals were at the beginning of this year. I bet I attained some of them, and I would argue that I didn't hit most because I tend to pivot a lot. But we'll, give you our tentative list, what we're looking forward to this year, what we want to try and get, what we want to try and do. And then other than that, I suppose we're just going to riff and just shoot the shit. Why not? I don't know, dude. Because, I mean, how long can we talk about our goals, man? I want to buy this. I want to buy that. My goal is to have one of everything I want. There you go. But yeah, I guess we can get a little specific, think about things. And, I mean, it's always subject to change throughout the year, but where we think we want to head on our 2025 collecting roadmap here.
I know we're talking 2025, but tell them what you got at the end of 2024 for Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, Christmas. I was going to hop into that, so thanks for bringing it up. I was able to get a couple cool books courtesy of my uncle. I was able to get a Flash 194, which is the Bridecast 2 Shadows and, Invisible Bride stuff. We got the Devil, Flashes at the altar, like what the hell? And then I also got like this giant oversized collector's edition Superman versus Shazam. Like it's larger than a magazine. It's gigantic. I don't know how to store it properly, to be honest with you, but I got one of those, which I found really cool. Those were courtesy of my uncle Ted, if you're familiar. So I got those from him, and then on Christmas morning, my wife Jazz, she did surprise me with a book. Let me find it here. It's a very crisp copy of Sea Devils issue 1. Old book, big Sea Devils fans. Who doesn't love scuba divers? But very cool book. I noticed it at our local shop. Almost left with it one day, but I left it there. Made mention of it to her. She was like, you know what? I'll go up there and go get that. That makes it easy. Instead of sifting through my list of my never-ending list of things I want. Really cool cover if you're not familiar. It's not their first appearance, that's in Showcase, but it is their first solo series. It's got a really cool, weird-looking guy with a chained-up octopus attacking him. Pretty sick. Something about that cover is cool.
I got two questions for you. So the first one, the present you got from Ted, you thinking about like putting that in like a frame? Like, is that something you can hang up?
You know what? You probably could. He gave me another like giant sized book like that too. I kind of have it just hanging out on top of my short boxes right now, just standing up. It's a Shazam one as well. I'm getting a lot of really cool like Treasury edition Shazam books from him. But
And,
yeah, I guess I
and
don't know.
and then question number two is, I know Sea Devils appeared in Showcase, but do you know anybody that collects Sea Devils? I feel
Not
like I
really.
never see the Sea Devils run.
No, there's like not even like information about the Sea Devils.
Isn't that crazy?
It
There's
is
a few
crazy.
showcase books, kind of like Metal Men, Sea Devils. Who's
Yeah,
that team I like? It was like issue 6 of Showcase.
the Challengers
Uh,
of the Unknown.
yeah, like I feel like those titles, even Rip Hunter,
Yeah.
you just never see those books.
No, or if you do, it's like middle of the run and you're like, "Wait, I didn't know it went that long." Like kind of insignificant issues. Like the only ones that anyone seems to want for like any of those characters is literally like their first appearance and their first issue. Like no one talks about them, no one collects the rest of it. They're just there.
Crazy. But it's Showcase. Dolphin, all
Yeah.
these characters are just like introduced and people love it, but nobody really collects those titles unless it's like generic Captain America, Batman, Superman.
Yeah, I'll be
Um,
honest, like even if I'm not as knowledgeable, it's just I like that old stuff because I like that era of books, and then it's just like the covers are cool, man. I'll get me a Sea Devils one. They are, I mean, I like the ocean. I like going swimming, so maybe like that's like a tie into it, but like they don't even have like superpowers. They don't got shit, dude. They literally are just like on the cover, like how are they equipped to deal with like the alien merman and like the giant octopus? They're literally just scuba divers. Like they might have like a spear gun. But like that can't even take a shark like in a lot of scenarios. So like what are they gonna do? Get the
yeah,
bends
you
and
got to read
die?
to find out, but I don't know anybody reading. But I guess going to 2025, I broke mine down in two categories. Every year I get a bonus from my employer, and I get one like grail. Like last year was my Brainiac, and I got to figure out how to spend that money this year. And so I have a few ideas, and kind of like that Jason Todd, like voters like choose. Maybe you guys will have some insight into what grail I should take home this year.
Ah.
But then I have a few books that I would just like to get that aren't crazy expensive, but just kind of on the radar this year too.
Yeah, well, you can start wherever you want. I mean, I don't really have a very composed list. I'll be real with you.
Um, so I guess like my top five books I'm looking for to spend my bonus money. I would love a giant size X-Men.
Cool.
So first Storm, first Nightcrawler, first Colossus, and really kind of the beginning of the new generation of X-Men. I want to kind of get like a decent copy of that, but it just bothers me that my brother got like a nice copy for $250 a few years ago, and I know the book is worth what it's going for now, but it just hurts spending that much on it, if that
Yep,
makes sense. You know,
I get
but
it.
that's in the run. I would also really like an Amazing Spider-Man 14. I feel like I could wait till next year to get something like that, but I feel like the prices are as low as they're probably gonna get, and they'll probably skyrocket as soon as they do something Green Goblin. I don't think that they will for a while, but once you're spending that kind of money, you want to be specific, and I feel like that's a great book to get in the range that I'm looking for. Whereas like the giant size, they're gonna do a season two of that new X-Men show that's been really good, the X-Men 97, and I feel like that book's just gonna keep getting bigger. But you also got to think about not just the next 5 years, but the next 10, the next 20, because you own this stuff. But some other books that I might flirt with the idea of getting, I would love Superman's Girlfriend Lois Lane issue 1. I love that cover.
Cool.
I would also like a Showcase 9 for Silver Age Lois. And then lastly, a decent copy of Flash 110, a first Wally West would be really cool to me too. So
Wallace.
those are like the top five books I'm kind of looking to reel in this year. I just haven't figured out what.
I mean, that's a good list. Yeah, it'll be tough to decide, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. I feel like you've been talking about that giant size though, so I feel like that's pretty I could see you doing that. You're a big X-Men guy too. But, I'm not gonna make that choice for you, but a lot of good choices to choose between.
For sure. I almost feel like if I go with like the Wally West, I might be able to squeeze in the Superman's Girlfriend Lois Lane one and get a twofer, but
That
I,
might be cool.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I guess I haven't thought. I don't know like when I'm gonna get my big book. Like I might even just get it soon because I have like fun money right now between fantasy football, the holidays, and gift cards and shit. Just being the right time for me to make a big purchase if I'm gonna. Otherwise, I probably am gonna tuck my tail and still, I probably will overspend this year as is tradition, but I don't know that it'll be on like any one book. Like I admire that you're able to like save and get like a Brainiac for what you're willing to pay, but I get scared. So I guess if I'm gonna do a bigger ticket item, I'm probably leaning towards a Marvel Spotlight 5 still. I want a first Ghost Rider. The prices are like semi-softening, but like that book's floor is still so high. I mean, unless I'm really patient, I just don't know if I'm gonna spend 600 on like a 2.5 or a 3. So I guess we'll see where that goes. I honestly want to get a Star Spangled War Stories 101, which is the first GI robot. Not like I'm into them that heavy, but it is also a really cool just Silver Age like war cover. I like a lot of that run. Like I think like up through like the mid 130s, there's a lot of dinosaur covers where it's just the army fighting dinosaurs. That's sick. Thought about buying those before. But, some books like that, Tomb of Dracula 10, if I was really to go all in on a book, Strange Tales 89 would be sick. Obviously, a ASM 14, like you're talking about, would be pretty up there. X-Men 12, a Juggernaut's high on my list. And a Wonder Woman 105 especially. I'd really like to get that, the origin when she's Wonder Girl. It kind of ties into Wonder Woman 98, so I'd like to get that as well. But there's a ton of things I'd like to get. More Batman books, more showcase books. I wouldn't even mind a first showcase, the Sea Devils. Get one of those to go with my issue one. And then, oh, for kind of more mid tier, but like still with some substance, I'd love to get a Journey into Mystery 103, first appearance of the Enchantress and the Executioner. Really love to get those. In issue 112, where he's fighting the Hulk. A lot of Journey into Mystery I'd like to keep getting. First Hela, first Sif, all of those books. I'd like to get more of those even for the year.
I don't know why, but that Juggernaut really stood out to me. I feel like that deserves to be in your collection.
I would love a Juggernaut. And I am debating getting an X-Men 94. I guess we'll see how things play out because my X-Men collection has grown quite a bit. I almost bought a Kazar like you did. They had one real nice and cheap on the Bay. It's like $100 for a mid-grade or best offer. I almost shot the dude an offer right away. But I'm still weighing my options, so I held off, even though that's a good price, in my opinion.
No,
But
for sure.
I'd like to get some more X-Men, some more Thor, really.
Superman's kind of like my biggest priority in 2025, but some big keys that I want that I'll probably be looking for specifically throughout the year. I would love a first showcase 37 first Metal Men.
Cool.
I would love a Iron Fist 14 for Sabretooth.
Also cool.
Would love a Wonder Woman 160 for Silver Age Cheetah. I feel like that's been on the radar for a minute.
Yeah, it has.
I would like a Detective Comics 411 First Talia. I feel like it's one of the big Batman books that I don't have,
Feel
but
like
I'm
it's slept
pretty
on.
comfortable with my Batman collection. But that's just one that I just still have yet to get. It is
Hmm.
slept on for sure. It's slept on. I mean, she has Damien,
Yeah, he literally knocked her out,
literally.
or she took it from him. Either way,
It's his baby.
it is his.
Yeah.
No denying
Um,
that.
but Vandal Savage would be cool. Flash 137.
Yeah,
Green Lantern 40,
need
classic
one of them.
cover. Yep, first Corona, a villain of his. A Daredevil 7 would be nice. I almost got one recently, but the staple was messed up on it, so I passed.
Oh,
Daredevil 168. I think those are like the last two big Daredevil books I really want, other than issue 3, outside of issue 1, that I'm looking for. And then a Captain America 100. That's another premiere issue I just never got around to. And then Doorway into Nightmare 1. That would be pretty cool too.
Xanadu.
Xanadu, Madam Xanadu. But yeah, going back to kind of what I was thinking about earlier, all things Superman. It may not happen this year, but I would really like to rip the Band-Aid off and start dabbling in like a small golden age collection of Superman or
Do
Action
it.
Comics. Action Comics 64 would be sick because that's the first Toyman. Issue 30 of Superman would also be sick because that's the first Mr. Mixaplix. It sounds crazy that I'd spend that kind of money not knowing how to pronounce the guy's name, but the beauty of comic books is that it's half art. I only know about 500 words, and the pictures really help me out. So that's the awesome part of this hobby is that I can buy a book like that and not have to pronounce the name.
Yeah, I could just look at it. I don't need to
Um,
read.
but
Not a
the
nerd.
big we're not nerds.
Not nerds.
That's kind of what separates us from other podcasts, if you guys have been listening. Um, but the big grail goal, and it's not going to happen this year. It's out of my price range. But if I were to go ham, I really want a crypto.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah. I just want to put it in the air. So, like, I can speak one into existence one day. And, like, now that we're kind of on it, I feel like animals have been a huge part of comics lately.
People love
Obviously,
aminos.
crypto was Superman in that trailer. And please watch that Superman trailer if you haven't already. But even as small as like Jeff the Shark, because like of the Marvel Rivals game or like the Weasel that's in Creature Commandos, I feel like it kind of started with Rocket Raccoon. And I feel like James Gunn actually has a lot to do with that, making these characters more human by introducing like the relationships that we have with our own animals, but in comics. So that's been kind of cool. And that's part of the reason I really want a crypto.
Yeah, I mean, I like those too. I'd get an Ace the Bat Hound. We can get Streaky the Super Cat, Comet the Wonder Horse.
Did you see that meme where it's Streaky looking at Superman instead of crypto and then
Just leaves them.
just leaves him, watches him die?
That's the truth,
Oh,
dog.
yeah. Cats are not as good as dogs.
You are
Sorry.
right. You're right on that. Are you
Yeah.
gonna get a first appearance of Jeff the Shark since he's fucking having a moment right now?
No, nor have I played Marvel Rivals. I'm sure it's a good game.
That's
I'd
fun.
be interested in playing, but it's a little too gimmicky for me.
Jeff the Shark.
Yeah, it just kind of seems like too pop culture-y, too fun. I drink black coffee.
Having too much fun now? Dog sharks are too much fun for you, Joe?
I've never had a shark as a pet. I've
I
had a
would love a
dog.
shark as a pet, dude. I'm on that level
What
of
would
like
you do with it?
fucking look at it, dude. Like same
What?
thing with like an alligator, like an alligator, like that would be sick too. Something real dangerous that you could just like be like, yeah, I'm the Beastmaster. That's my fucking thing right there.
The Beastmaster.
Yeah, dude. If I get an exotic animal like that, I am the Beastmaster. It listens to me. It and I have a understanding. Yeah, if I own we're gonna be like inseparable. It's gonna be like my avatar. Me and
Okay.
my shark dog. Are you serious, dog? Pull up to the fucking crib with my shark dog. I'd be like, don't worry, he doesn't bite. Would you trust like if I said my shark dog doesn't bite? The thing's jumping on you. It's fucking cock
No.
gills, black eyes like a doll's eyes, dude. Oh, it peers into your soul. Be sick.
Yeah, it'd be
You
something.
irresponsible pet owner. My shark
Just
gets loose. I don't care. That thing is sick. I mean, like if I was in Marvel World, I would totally like with all the bullshit that goes on there and things that couldn't qualify as pets. Bet your ass I'd get one of those.
so you like Jeff?
No, I mean at its core, I do agree with what you're saying. It is kind of just like it does feel like a gimmick. I feel like I only feel that way though because it's so closely tied to like Deadpool and Gwenpool and stuff that it feels that way. Because it was also during like that West Coast Avengers run, I think, when they introduced him. None of that fits the vibe of what I'm like about, really. I like the concept of a shark dog thing. Like, don't get it twisted. Like the child in me is like, hell yeah, that rules. But I don't know if I like the execution. At least the Marvel Rivals rendition, and it's like too cutesy. It's like making noises and shooting shit like water out of its mouth. That game is fun though, I will say that. It's like for like the Overwatch nerds, which apparently that game sucks. I never played it. I guess the culture around it's bad, but it's like the exact same style, but they made it Marvel. It's
That's what my
fun.
coworker was saying. Like it's filled a void for those people, but I didn't know there was a big enough demographic that liked.
Oh yeah, there's a big demo of people who love Overwatch and that type of shit. So this coming out scratched the itch for all those people since it's actually being supported and it's like in the zeitgeist of all the Marvel stuff coming out. I've heard a lot of people say it's arguably like better. I only played a little bit. I've played as Moon Knight, played as the Punisher a lot. Huge roster, I'll say that. The designs are a little bit weird because it's more of like a multiverse deal. So it's not like everyone looks like they're like 616 selves, their standard self. It's kind of like they put a little bit of funk on it. But still mostly true to it. Like you could be Thor, Magneto, Wolverine, Black Panther, Namor. You could be whoever the hell you want, dog. It's cool. Punisher's overpowered though. People are really pissed about Hawkeye. Apparently he's overpowered. Never played as him. That's not my cup of tea. I'd rather just be the Punisher, pull out my shotgun or rifle.
I'm all about the PC. Like I've never really read Jeff the Shark in comics, and so I'm not really drawn to the character. And I don't really video game. I mean, it seems wholesome.
Warhammer.
I'm sure there's worse, but yeah, with the animals in comics lately.
Yeah, I don't know because women and children love them.
True.
We gotta expand, dude. Everyone loves an animal.
Word. But I guess while we're talking about 2025, do you have any series that you want to finish?
Like collecting?
Yeah.
Mm, well, to be honest, I only, other than like our modern runs that we read, I only ever had one other complete collected run of a book. That's my Deathstroke run from the what 80s, 90s era, volume one. Whatever I'd be collecting, there would be too many of them for me to collect, I think. If we're talking about a straight up run, I am trying to put together more like sets because I just got like a third appearance of Moon Knight, so I have like his first like handful of appearances. Like I wouldn't mind getting like some early appearances of characters as like a run, but like a proper just title all the way through. I don't know. It'd probably be limited to Journey into Mystery. And even then it'd probably be from like Thor on until it converts to the Thor title. I don't think I want to go any earlier than that either. So I mean, yeah, maybe Journey into Mystery is a run I want to work on, but other than that, I'd pick up too many different things. How about you?
No, kind of baby steps. Like I said, I'd like to start getting some golden age keys for like Superman books, but
Good
no
time.
titles that I'm trying to complete this year or I guess in the near future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other hobbies or shows or movies you want to watch or finish or
I mean,
start?
the Superman premiere is going to be big for me. Burger and I have talked about it. We may or may not show up with our underwear on the outside of our pants.
I'm gonna buy some red ones just for it.
Yeah, so that's a real possibility.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I guess I don't really check our stats too often anymore, but I would love to get 10,000 in downloads this
yeah,
year. I think that would be a cool milestone for us.
cool.
I'd like more guests too, even if it's just the normal group of fellers or somebody new. I think that could be fun and kind of like I was saying with our last episode, maybe get back to reading a little bit more comics and reviewing those, but they're not like set goals. They're just kind of more soft ambitions.
Yeah,
It'd be cool to have an episode where we do video too.
that'd be cool.
So a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree with all of that. In terms of the other stuff, I don't think there's really any other shows. I mean, I obviously want to see the movie, the Superman movie. I don't know if there's any shows. I mean, obviously, other than the ones we've already kind of spoken about, anticipating. In Burger's Nerd Corner, one of my goals is to paint and possibly complete a partial army in Warhammer tabletop. Maybe a goal is to actually learn how to play if I keep buying these things because it looks so complicated. It's also a whole nerd world I don't know if I want to delve into. Oh, let me tell you. So we did before the pod, we did have some Mexican food before Los Arcos. Shit was pretty gas. We did that after going to the movies earlier. We saw Nosferatu. No spoilers. Solid. Wife loves it. Me and her sister saw it. We liked it, but she loved it. So good reviews there if you're not familiar with that. Go see Nosferatu, I guess. But after seeing that, we ended up going to hobby shops because my wife got me a new figure for Christmas as well as the comic to start a new army. Black Templar. Very cool. Very evocative of the olden days. But we need plastic glue, plastic cement, because like the original starter kit we got is just like it comes with like some paintbrush, a few things of paint, and like they're pushed together to fit like plastic figures, and they're small. But apparently all the standard kits need plastic glue or plastic cement in order to keep them together. So we had to go get that, and then we got a few other paintbrushes. But we went to this one store and literally they host everything there. They have the Pokemon cards, Magic cards, they have every tabletop game you could think of. And printed on the door on a sign was like a warning that basically said like, yo, we take personal hygiene seriously. Basically warning them that they can't smell like shit when they come in there, like deodorant is needed. And I was like, no way. Jazz read it to me. I was like, wait, what? I was like, I didn't notice that because I was making a joke as we went in there. I was about to say like no shirt, no deodorant, no problem. Be like, they'll take you, dog. And
That's crazy. That means they
yeah.
got some repeat offenders over there.
Oh, dog, they were chock full of them. Everybody in there was a repeat offender. Crazy place, dog. Like, if you want a people zoo, like, I'd seen different species in there. That shit was nuts. Not to be condescending, because I mean, hell, I was fucking in there. So, like, what does that say about me? But, but I'm telling you, dog, there were some exotic specimens in there, and definitely some people who have gone without deodorant at times. Maybe even
That's
gone,
crazy.
maybe even like half wiped. Like that's what I'm talking about in their dog. Like, like we're not wiping to
Just some
completion.
pizza eating, greasy,
Some
no
stanky
shower,
mugs,
and
wet
living with their
Dorito.
mom. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah, dog. Some crazy stuff. But I can't shit on them because like if I do ever learn the game, that's who I'm gonna be playing with, dog.
I hate to see that though. Like those guys need to go hit the oil rig.
I don't know if I'd want them on the rig, is what I'm saying. Like those guys are liable to do something I don't trust. But I want to, which is, it says something about how I should cautiously dip my toes into this hobby. But I do like it. It's just a matter of maybe I need to find the right crew for me. I don't know if it's going to be there if I do try to learn. But I would like to get this new guy painted. He's got a lot of details. I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to.
There's an Elks Club near you. Maybe you could
You
bring some
think
of your figurines to the Elks Club and
maybe there'll be a guy or two at the
find,
Elks Club?
find a crew.
Yeah. So which one of you wants to do Warhammer? Uh, but
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Then maybe that's a soft ambition. That's not really a goal. I do want to get another box though and paint those as maybe a soft goal. Got an Amazon gift card I need to put towards something, and that might be the case.
And any books you're looking to collect in 2025, not key issues, but like
No.
series? It stinks because like solicits are only like 3 months in advance, so I don't really know what the docket looks like for 2025. But yeah, I do know that DC is coming back to Hush, so
That's in the Batman title.
yeah, I'll probably pick that up in March or whenever that comes out.
I didn't care for the teaser I read.
I didn't read.
Oh, it wasn't like anything, which is kind of what concerned me. And that's also
Yeah,
how I realized it wasn't going to be like a separate thing. It's actually just going to take over Batman. And I'm going to be like, oh, because then I'm going to be like done with it. And then I'm going to have to try and find the right time to drop it without them pulling an extra issue for me. That sucks. Because I don't know, the Batman title ain't what it was.
scared of spending $4.
Yeah, well, shit, half the time it's like five now. There's some that are like six. It's like everything's so expensive now and they aren't that good. You're gonna charge me that much, make it good.
Word. Well,
I-
well, that's what we got going on for 2025, guys.
Yeah, it's just some more nerd stuff. We want to overspend on books. I'm gonna keep dabbling in weird shit that smells. And then
And you might get a alligator, crocodile, or a shark.
nah, that I mean that'd be tight.
Yeah,
Put it
I
in my
guess a lion
bathtub.
would be cool.
Put it in my bathtub.
And just not shower anymore. Like what?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, okay. What?
Well, if I don't shower, I can't go to the game store.
Oh, they go regardless. Come on.
They should start like hosing them down when they walk in the door.
I don't think that's legal,
Like
bro.
a decontamination thing, like when you go through like space, there's like an airlock, like a little
Yeah,
chamber. You
like
make them,
when you go to fly and you go through TSA or
yeah, you decontaminate them,
yeah,
hit them with the Febreze or something. I don't know.
hit them with the Febreze.
Yeah, rolling up stinking. What you think? Oh man.
Well, that's all I got, Brody.
Yeah, that's all I got too, man. So that's 2025 for you. A lot of books to get. Maybe Joe will start a Golden Age collection. Maybe I'll stop wearing deodorant. Who knows? But with that, you know where to find us. It's at Comic Book Junkies on basically everything. At CBJ Pod on Instagram. That's our main hub. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts. If you tell a friend, that'd be very helpful. If you gave us a rating, if you had the time to write us a quick review, just saying that, yo, you like it or something like that, that'll help other people find us. That'd be greatly appreciated. If not, we still appreciate you for listening. And with that, I mean, feel free to hit us up. Happy New Year. And we appreciate you. We'll catch you next time.
Later, guys.